Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour. I'm pretty excited today because you're about to watch one of the most highly rated replays of all time for Zero Hour. You may have seen this game before, but never on my channel. So if you haven't seen this game before, definitely get your popcorn ready. And even if you have seen this game before, get ready to watch it again because it's going to be an epic game. Today we're on Wasteland Warlords with a 1v1, a very different map to normal. Usually we're going to see Tournament Desert, but this time Wasteland Warlords. So we've got, in the bottom right, we've got Radix in the yellow, and he is GLA Demolition. Sending a worker over there to the city. And in the top left, we've got OOE Karro in the orange. So, OOE Karro, you probably heard of before. Radix, you probably have not heard of before. I think Radix plays under another name called Rohan. And I think for the majority of the time, for the majority of years, that's a big mistake there, that he did play under the name Rohan. So if you've ever seen him online, probably like, I don't know, 3, 4, maybe even up to 5 or 6 years ago, Rohan is the name that I was familiar with him playing under. Radix, I never really saw him playing under this. And this is quite an old replay as well. This is several years old. So, so yeah, you might not see the latest strategies played here. So we've got OOE Karro, a really, really good player. One of the best players of all time. Maybe not the best, but definitely one of the best players. And probably one of the top 3, or maybe even top 2, maybe even the best GLA stealth players there are. So it's going to be a real hard battle for Radix. So in this map, we've got a supply here. We've got a supply here to fight over and a supply here to fight over. In this instance, looks like Karro has got his supply up quicker. His tunnel there is a little bit of a weird spot because all these workers here are all wide open. But saying that, actually, there's a tunnel there. So, and Radix did lose a worker and a tunnel, which is costing 1,000 before the game has even started. I did forget about it, but there are oils on the right, top right-hand side. So even though Radix is a supply down, it does actually have the oils quicker. And Karro's workers are getting ravaged by a technical. That tunnel is built a little bit of a weird place, but actually maybe that's working out to his advantage because the technical is able to go down. So maybe actually that tunnel placement is pretty smart. It's maybe something you want to incorporate into your game. Karro doing all of his tunnels a little bit of a weird direction, and he's actually done no arms dealer, which actually I didn't realize. Really strange build order. I prefer Radix's position at this point. Karro is just spamming these tunnels all around. Don't know if Karro is playing around or not. I do prefer Radix's position because he has these 2 oils, a tunnel there to defend them as well. I would like to see probably another one. Now he's got that extra income from the 2 oils. But this supply, more importantly, does need to get up as well. Radix's quads are more expensive. They cost $750 a piece. Compared to stealth, they are only $700. You may not think that is much, but when you're both spamming quads throughout the majority of the game, that does add up, and you can see a big difference in the number of quads that are put out. Sneaky demo trap there, one of my favorite buildings in the whole game. Very, very cost efficient, as I've always said. That quad needs to be careful. Worker is denied there, and Karro is still not on a war factory, not a complete one anyway. And that is now produced. Karro in the meantime. I don't know if Karro was actually going for the oils and has been denied. But weirdly, he's gone for the refinery first. So really, I don't like Karro's opening here very much. And he's kind of lucky that Radix didn't send a technical down here and kill all those workers as well. Karro did a good job at defending those. But really, I think that's quite a weak build order from Karro. Especially to invest in the capture upgrade in the Rebel, which costs you 1,150 just to get the refinery, generally is not worth it. At least not until much later in the game when you're on like 2 war factories. But who's to say he's even going to get on 2 war factories? Every one of them you build, I think it knocks off, is it 10%? So he's getting a $70 reduction. So you're going to have to build a hell of a lot. You can do the maths before that refinery pays off for itself. Radix is still only on 2 workers here. He's quite rightly got a toxin tractor out for clearing out this little city, this little town. Whatever you want to call it. There is a hijacker. It's hijacked something, and it is that. The toxin tractor. But yeah, Karro's build order is looking very, very slow and kind of ponderous. This is very, very Nice there from Karro. Has managed to take out a load of workers, and that'll deny the workers from collecting a little bit. I can never remember if you have to move the toxin tractor before it dies in order to keep the toxin there for the longest possible time, or if it's better you kill it whilst it's still spraying. Seems to be hanging around for a hell of a long time. Bit of a quad engagement here. Number of units going down, but losses on both sides. That tunnel is awfully low, and these workers are consistently being killed. Has cleared up now. Yeah, maybe someone wants to let me know in the comments. I can never remember. I think it's if you move the toxin tractor and put it back in the tunnel before it dies, then I think the toxin lasts longer, for a longer duration, and will hang around and kill those workers for longer. But I might be wrong. Maybe it's the same, but that's something I read or heard anyway. Yeah, that tunnel wants to be repaired, and they also want to get some RPGs inside of here. Karro's doing a good job at harassing this area. Maybe some more RPGs could go in here now. Maybe some repairs could come in. I'd like to see maybe a Terratech come in from Karro. Karro somehow has got the majority of the quads out, despite Radix also being on 2 arms dealers, but he's had the arms dealer out for longer, and I don't think he's got many units in there. I think Karro's either got the same or more quads. That building doesn't have very much of a HP. So it's going down very, very quick. Toxin Tractor is now back in the mix as well. Technical there. Doesn't have the veterancy on the technical. The technical will go down quicker. This worker save from Radix is non-existent. I was going to say poor, but it's non-existent. The workers just getting mowed down by technical. And these pops are not the best either. Hell of a lot of workers going down there for absolutely no reason. Maybe his tunnel placement's a little bit bad. I know this is a little bit scrappy and whatever in the village, in this village, town, city, whatever I'm going to call it. Oh, that hijacker's going to get spotted. But, yeah, what waste of hijacker. I think it's $800 there. Yeah, I know it's a little bit scrappy, but maybe the supply placement and the tunnels could have been a little bit better placed. And maybe some of these garrisons could have been better used as well. Radix definitely could have done a little bit of a better job saving some workers there. Big push here from Radix, and he's going to push forward and take out Karro's first tunnel. A load of workers are going to go down. The supply's taking heavy damage now. Over here, though, the technical is back, taking out more workers, and there's a bit of a garrison fight going on there. Buggy is out now for Karro, so he's going to be setting in and playing the long game. His palace is over there, and stealth. Quads here are going to fight this for Karro, and I think Karro's probably going to come out on top, because these Scorps are going to be taken out by the RPGs eventually. But there are buggies out now as well. Karro's on 3,500. We've got Radix on 2,100. Palace finally going down for Radix. I think a second arms dealer there was probably a big mistake from him. I think going bunkering up, going demo bikes, demo rebel ambush was a better option rather than the 2 war factories, because as I said, the vehicles are more expensive for demo. I think how much are the Scorps for demo? I can't remember if they're more expensive as well. I really need to brush up on my knowledge. Shows how much I've been playing lately. Not been spamming like I used to be one of the biggest, most active players on the scene, and now I'm probably one of the least. I very rarely make it even to the top 30 on the ladders recently. So shows how much I need to brush up on my knowledge. This toxin tractor is going to get killed, unfortunately. But there are plenty of hijackers around. I feel like Karro may be messing around a little bit. Because generally you don't see that many hijackers, especially just lying around waiting for a push. Generally you want to be investing that money into markets and buggies and stuff like that, because there's no guarantee that he's going to make a push there, and it's a big investment if he doesn't. Got a push here though, and there's plenty of Scorps out to defend for Radix. Going to take out a few quads. The buggy's going to be pushed back, but the buggy's going to fight from range. A few Scorps going low. Buggy almost dying. There's a garrison inside of there, so these Scorps are going to be taken out. 1 Scorp going down. Buggy's going to come in and try and pick off 1 more. Is it going to succeed? No. I think that Scorp probably will escape. Very, very close though. Demo upgrade is now available. Or sorry, purchase, not available. So you will have Demo Rebel Ambush. You will have Demo Bikes. I was going to say Demo Bikes. Very, very nice. Hide from Karro. Saved his buggies there. Bit of a delayed attack there from Radix, and that could be the difference between him winning and losing a game like this. If this game is going to go close, like I'm expecting it to, being one of the most epic games, then things like that, where Demo Bikes not being set off when you had the perfect opportunity to kill 4 buggies, could impact the later times. But let's see. Palace now established for both players for a long while. First market for Karro is going down. Sorry, second market. No market for Radix. Is on 650. Oh yeah, market is going down there. It doesn't look like a fake though. That is a real. Do prefer to spend it on a fake. So you've got the extra bit of money in the bank until you know you can spend that money. Because that whole time that's building, it's actually useless. But there's 2,500 there sitting. Locked away that you can't spend. There is still a hijacker running around. Would like to see the scrap piles taken because they are a little bit of free money, or a scrap upgrade or a veterancy upgrade. Demo Bike going to come in, and 1 for 1, that's worth it for Radix. It's because he gets the XP. I did notice a big thing here is that Karro has the worker shoes a lot sooner than Radix even has his first black market. So Karro is getting 10% extra cash for every collection for free. So it collects 75 still from the stockpile, but you actually drop off $83. So the more and more that runs out, he does have it now, sorry, he's just upgraded it now. But he's only getting the 10% bonus on the 4,400 that's remaining. And this one he's lost, so he's only getting 10% on the 4,400, which is what? I don't know, $440 free he's going to be getting. Whereas Karro's had it for a little while. And especially just on that one alone, he's going to get an extra $800. So all these little things do add up and make a difference. Remember, he's got the cheaper quads as well. So, but Radix does have the oils that are gaining him $200 every 12 seconds. Toxin Tractor here. Very nice. Taking out the RPG before it got inside of there. Demo Bikes, absolutely epic, killing loads and loads of units there. At least 4 or 5 quads went down there. And all the XP will be coming in for Radix. Command Center going down for him as well, so no doubt Demo Rebel Ambush will be on its way in the next few minutes of this match. Karro did a pretty good job at clearing out that garrison there. Still only 2 markers for Karro. He's completely collected out all of his supplies there. He's got a load of terrorists ready. I think he's going to be going for a terror tech. This is quite bunkered in for Radix. I'd like to see maybe a few more tunnels just dotted around his oil because they are extremely important. With 1.6 black markets each, I think. So even though Karro is on 2 markets already, building a 3rd and a 4th, and Radix is only on 2, with the 1.6 and 1.6, he's actually ahead in terms of markets, but not in terms of supplies, so Karro is ahead in terms of supplies. Yeah, overall, definitely Karro is ahead in terms of money. More markets, he's got the worker shoes, and he's got 2 supplies, whereas Radix is now completely mined out. Radix does have a skid launcher though. He's taking out these tunnels from range, doing massive damage there. That's the skid launcher that does the max damage in the game, because it is a demo one. Tunnel killed very quick. And Karro's lost a little bit of map control, but I mean, does it really matter when he's got 75% of the map as it is? This is why I would like to see more tunnels there. Now at least 1 oil is going down. Oh, he's actually... That's a mistake from Karro. I think he's being a little bit too greedy. Or maybe not, actually. Maybe he is going to be able to kill it or capture it. I don't know. I personally would not have risked it. I personally would think Right, I'm massively ahead. I've got all these supplies. I'm massively ahead. Markets, I'm doing pretty well. Obviously, he can't see what we can see, but I'm going to assume that Karro would know he's ahead. I would have at that point just killed the oil. Don't risk it. As soon as you've got a chance to make a big dent on the enemy, especially the enemy's economy, just take it while you can. Because now he's not possibly... every 200 now that he's getting is just for free, because he could have killed that, and that tunnel's even going to rebuild. So yeah, that's a mistake from Karro, I feel anyway. Plenty more terrorists though. There are another 6 lined up, and Radix for now is holding on to his oil, but he is taking damage though, because these 2 tunnels here are down to the hole. Karro did lose a full load of units though because of the demo rebel ambush, and I don't know, maybe Karro is going to be able to take this. Jarman is here though, and the rebel is going to try and get in. But Radix is desperately trying to hold on. He's got the Jarman. These things are booby-trapped as well, so they're not going to be easily captured. Scorp almost going down. I think that tunnel can go down as well. But yeah, Radix is under immense pressure now. He's got a 4th market coming up. Got a few demo bikes coming in. And I wonder where he's going to hit. Is he going to hit a market? Needs to evac that one now. And I think he should be able to kill it. Oh, maybe not. Still left to the hole. And one more bike will finish that off. Just needs one more. Jarman doing a pretty good job at holding out here. But you see what I mean? These oils are still alive a few minutes later. I personally would have just killed it because it's keeping Radix in the game, because he might not have been able to build that 4th black market. Might not be able to build the next few units if he'd have lost that. But Karro is not giving in. He's completely surrounding Radix around this, around his oils. I'm not sure what the point of that technical was. I think Karro does need a Jarman over here. Put it in one of these bunkers and then send a technical like that as well. And then when Jarman snipes it, or when Jarman snipes a worker or something, then your Jarman can kill it. Another technical coming in from Karro. Karro doesn't have many units, actually. He only has a few units in there. And generally, you don't see a player like... a top-level player like Karro with an empty tunnel. Every top-level player... Whoa, that was a huge... huge win there for Radix. Yeah, generally, every top-level player knows that units win games, and generally, you want to have at least almost a full tunnel. No matter what the situation, unless you 100% know your enemy is only bunkering. But Radix could push pretty much anywhere because he does have a pretty chunky army. Yeah, so I don't know. Karro's only got 1 technical inside of there now, and literally he's got no other units. He's spamming markets. Yeah, only markets. Look at these stealthed workers and how far they're having to go to collect. There's another market there. Needs to stealth that very, very quick. But there's a big push here now, and you see Karro's not able to hold on. Unless he knows that there's no point making units. Maybe a battle bus would have been good to take out these scuds. But now he's going to lose all of this. And this is like a typical error that you see novices make when they... they could even be ahead in a GLA mirror or a GLA versus anything, actually, and they invest all of their money into markets. Generally, you wouldn't see a player of Karro's caliber make a mistake like that or make a poor judgment like that, because you invest all your money, but if you can't defend them, then you're just having to sell them or get them destroyed. And in that case, he's just lost 3 markets. There's a load of tunnels there as well. I think the supply was there. I can't remember if that was killed or not. And now he's lost a refinery as well, so I don't understand what's the point in making the markets if you can't defend them. So, yeah, I didn't like that by Karro very much. Karro's arms dealer, very weird spot. A technical just escaping. And Karro got 1 buggy out. It's probably going to take out one of those skids. 240 cash bounty from that. So massive... massive bouncy amount. That must be the 20%. Yeah, what was it? 20% of 1,200? Can't Can't be bothered doing any maths today. 2 bikes and a scud. This was a really nice terror tech. I do feel like you should have done that probably like, what, 10 minutes earlier or 5 minutes earlier? But at least he's finally killed both of them now. And Radix, I think, should have done a better job at defending him. A few more tunnels around there would have definitely helped that. The Toxin Tractor is nice, though. Radix is taking back quite a chunk of the map. So now it's probably 50-50, or maybe even Karro has got less map control. Got quite a good vision. Yeah, it's pretty 50-50. But Radix does have this top right corner, which is kind of annoying. But so does Karro. He has this sneaky tunnel down here, and I don't think Radix even knows about that. So if he starts building markets and stuff, that's going to go pretty badly for him. Karro's base is spread out nicely. He's got tunnels pretty much everywhere. Don't know if that palace has got units inside of it. Yeah, I think it has, because you can see the... I don't know if it has, actually. I don't know if it's just this fortified structure. I think it has the sandbags at the front when the units inside of there. Loads of RPGs here for Karro now, and they're all going to go inside of this. I don't know if there's a Toxin Tractor in there. That would be real nice if there is. Not sure if there is. Bit more action over here. The Toxin Tractor's out of position. Radix desperately needs to send that back, because otherwise he's going to lose this area. One of the RPGs is going to get picked off. But he's going to lose that tunnel. Unless this Toxin Tractor comes out now. It is out just in time. Amazing. He has saved his tunnel on basically 0 HP. What is it with 0 hour? I think surviving on 0 HP a hell of a lot. Another hijacker running around. But the... that tunnel is going to go down. Karro has stopped the tunnel there, actually, with his Jarman. Got 2 bikes coming in. I don't know if they're going to make it in and cause any significant damage, though, because there are quite a few tunnels here, and generally they can pick off bikes, especially if you're hanging around like this. They're going to pick off bikes before they get there. Oh, I don't know if Karro cancelled that. I don't think he did. Unless it was a fake, which I don't think he was. He didn't have 2,500 in the bank at that point, so I think that was... a successful kill by Radix, and definitely worth it. We have missed this whole point of Karro has a Scud Storm. How could I not mention that? It's ready to fire, actually. And there is a buggy in the back of Radix's base. I'm going to take a wild guess where the Scud's going to launch. I personally would be hitting here, or I'd be hitting the palace. The palace and that one, or just directly here with a few of the markets. It's going to go directly on the command center. I don't know if it's going to actually kill all of them markets or not. Whoa. Has managed to stop the Scud. That's a massive oversight by me. I don't know if it was more... Was that a load of bikes from there? I didn't even see that. That's very bad. But either way, he stopped it, and he's saved himself a load of markets, because potentially that could have gone very bad. So real nice pick off from Radix. Of course, you guys can see the minimap, and you guys can rewind and see exactly what happened there. But it's annoying for me when I am stuck in this replay mode. I can't just quit out and rewind it for the sake of the video. But yeah, successful kill on the Scud Storm. Very nice. Jarman there for Radix, just escaping. And that was the damage from his own Scud. I think that Scud's going to get taken, and I think it's going to get sniped. Or probably just killed by the RPGs. It depends how fast this Jarman is. Not very fast at all. I think he's paying attention over here. There is a bike running around. Done a bit of damage to the tunnel there. Another market going down there for Radix, and Radix has cleared out that tunnel. Another tunnel going down. Jarman is running around. That's going to be annoying, because he wants to set up that tunnel, but when there's a Jarman out, even if you send a radar van and a quad over there, he just snipes the radar van, so it's really annoying to deal with a Jarman. Unless you've got multiple radar vans. I suppose you can get your own Jarman. That's probably the best way to counter it. So Magi's going to snipe one of these Scorps. The other stronger of the units. Going to kill that quad. So Important to snipe the tanks. It's going to be a Jarman v Jarman battle in the corner, which is the first we've seen this game, I think. These markers not been stealthed for Karro. And this Scud is going to be able to do damage from a very long range. Karro should be notified of that. He can't see the Scud, but he's having to sell. He's having to sell, and it's because he's got no units. Once again, he's got no units. And Karro is being hammered left, right, and center here. It's finally getting some units out. But Radix and like the midpoint of this game, until you did this massive push down the bottom left, Radix was looking like he was massively behind. But now suddenly he's pushing it back, and it's purely because Karro doesn't have any units to defend. Literally, I think his tunnel is complete. He's got 2 units in there, but it's going to be no use against this amount of quads. His command center is going to get taken down. This is all massive XP for Radix. Saying that, he is already level 5 though, because the sneak attack is already out, so he is already level 5. But I suppose if he's got the bounty, which I think he has, yeah, he's got the bounty, so all these kills are just free money. I would love to see that command center finished, because you still get these vetted units. Yeah, you still get vetted up units. Now the quads are much, much harder to deal with when they're vetted. They're going to kill these tunnels a lot quicker. They're going to kill enemy quads a lot quicker. See how they're just shredding through the buildings. Down here, there's nothing going on at the moment. All the action is here. Units being traded off on both sides. I think this tunnel probably will hold out. Just this Scorp is going to be hard to deal with, though. Saying that it is getting pretty low. I think this is going to be very, very close. But Radix's army is just going to perish in the nick of time for Karro. His tunnel does survive, and he's got 1 market left there. Command center going back up now. Love to see that detonated. He's cancelled the command center. That's a slow reaction from Karro, I think. I didn't see what cash he had, but I think that's a slow reaction. Karro's map control has been completely torn apart throughout this, and Radix has now got a hell of a lot of quads. He's got a load of markets there in his base. These quads have also got AP ammo. This is a bit of a bad engagement for him, though, because there's not RPGs inside of this garrison. He's been attacked on multiple fronts, so Karro has got the concave. Radix having to be chased away. Or having to run away, rather. Oh, never quad nicked. Or killed, rather. Not nicked. Just picked off in the nick of time, I meant to say. I don't understand why Karro is floating 4,500 but not stealthing some of these buildings. Like, that one I would be stealthing. That one I would be stealthing. These are massively important buildings that you need to be protecting and stealthing. And Radix is just on fire with these AP ammo quads, just tearing apart the map. And Karro has very little map control now. You can see still a bit of the map, but that barracks is wide open. This bit is all his main base and kind of concentrated all in one place. Really, really fast reaction there from Karro. And that tunnel, if he pops from there, is going to go really, really bad from Radix. Radix knows that, and he's going to engage somewhere else instead. So he's got a load of quads here as well, with the Scud as well. So I don't think Karro will engage here. I think he's pretty wise, and he'll know not to engage when this Scud is around. Saying that the hijacker is running in that direction. Oh. So the hijacker does take it. 1 quad went down. So yeah, that's a better trade-off for Karro. And that's actually a good way of dealing with those Scuds with the hijackers. So yeah, really nice use of hijackers from Karro. Oh, that's going to be real painful. Extremely painful. He's got nothing left. He's got a tunnel full of stuff. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Massive mistake there from Radix. Lost every single one of his quads to his own tox. And now Karro's going to come in and do his own aggression. Massive mistake. A massive blunder for Radix. He's only got a few quads in there. I don't think he's going to be able to hold up against that. is desperately trying to make demo bikes. I don't think he expected this fast aggression. Demo bikes alone are not going to do anything though. You need to attack from like another side with the main army and then come in with the demo bikes. That was a massive, massive mistake from Radix. And he's losing his arms dealer. Karro's on 4,500. No AP ammo from Karro. But these tunnels are all getting cleared up for Radix's radar van. You need to move out of the way at least. This reaction from Radix is just non-existent. What is Radix doing? This completely just caught him off guard, I think, and he just didn't know what to do and doesn't know how to react. Second arms dealer going down for Radix. Black market going down as well. And Rebel Ambush saves the day. So most importantly, he's saved loads of his black markets there. Arms dealers have gone down though. Needs to repair that market. Arms dealer being re-established. It's got one Scorp out. It's going to collect a load of the scrap. Got the double rocket on there now. Rebel ambush for Karro. Don't know if Radix spotted that or not. He should have. He had the ability to see that, and the tunnel even started firing at it. But Karro now, if he catches him again when Radix is fighting, like over here, for example, then the capture upgrade, which he does have, he'll be able to capture a load of these markings and probably force some cells unless Radix reacts pretty well to it. But judging by how he reacted to that attack, didn't actually go all too well. Maybe he was just waiting for that rebel ambush. It did just get there in the right time. Bit of retaliation here from Karro. Tox bomb has been dropped off. Sneak attack is somewhere. Is it that one? Sneak attack's all over the place. Sneak attack there from Radix. Right in front of the sneak attack actually from Karro. Capture upgrade is... Sorry, the capture is now coming in, not the capture upgrade. The upgrade is already there. 3 rebels went down though, only capturing with 1. And these quads are doing some damage to Karro. He's still floating 5,500, which I don't really like. It doesn't have any AP ammo. I personally would be spending that money on AP ammo because some of these battles you could be winning with the AP ammo. Needs to be careful of the Tox again. Doesn't want to do the same mistake that Radix did. That mistake from Radix was absolutely devastating. All of them units that went down there must have been almost a full tunnel of units, which is what, I mean, is it 8 you can fit in a tunnel or 10? So Radix is getting pushed further and further back. More hijackers are in the mix. This Scorpion is going to probably get captured. But again, these AP ammo here would be tearing through these Scorps, but instead he's kind of struggling because, well, I say struggling, he's still winning the battles, but some of the quads are getting awfully low, and he could be saving more of them. Luckily, those two did go back and reheal. But this game is real back and forth. Felt in the beginning, Karro had a massive advantage. Then Radix completely turned it around because Karro didn't make the necessary units to defend his base. But now, after Radix lost the army advantage, losing all these units to that Tox tunnel, now Karro is just kind of bashing Radix around, and Radix is kind of stuck in this corner now. Radix is floating 5,600, man. What the hell? He's possibly about to lose the game. I don't understand why you would be floating 5,600. I'd be dropping down a second arms dealer. I mean, he's got the money to back this up. Dropping down a second arms dealer. You've got AP ammo. I'd be making my own quads mixed with Scorps. I think he could be doing a lot better of a job defending against this. Another sneak attack has been dropped down. This needs cancelling. Sneak attack is here. Don't know if that's the wisest thing going for the command center, because it is going to be repaired, and it's also takes extremely long time to kill. Meanwhile, his base is under pressure, and you do not want to base trade in this situation. The command center for a load of markets. Demo Rebel Ambush comes in and absolutely wrecks Karro's army. Look at all that scrap. I would love to see them Scorps go back inside and now collect all of this scrap and push this back. He's going to do exactly that, it looks like. Because with all these double rockets that he's going to get from this, Hijacker is in the mix, which is annoying. Why is he not collecting all of that scrap? The Scorps are going to fight back a little bit, but the Hijacker has kind of ruined this attack. Obviously, you're taking one tank away from your enemy and plusing one on your own army. That's a difference of 2. So it can make a massive difference. Tox Bomb is going to come in and hold on for now. He is holding on to the majority of his markets, and that's the main thing. But the thing is, he's got no 5,000, 7,000. I don't understand why you're floating 7,000 when he could just get this worker go around the back and just drop down another arms dealer. Oh, the arms dealer's here, I suppose. He's floating 6,200 and almost about to lose the game, because if he loses these markets, he's probably lost. I don't understand why you would not be desperately trying to make an army even faster. Like 7,700 is a rookie mistake. 5,000 for Karro. Still, has he not got the AP ammo? No AP ammo. And he could have slowly been building up his markets, I think, because he's always been floating a comfortable 5,000 and not dipping below like 4,000 or 5,000. As I say that, he drops below. But he could just be steadily spending that money and it been paying for itself in this kind of corner or anywhere on the map, and then stealthing them a bit later on. And he could still be in the same situation as he is now with the same unit production, but he could have a load of markets now to back it up as well. But at the moment, Karro's on a bit of a timer because Radix still has the massive money advantage. Radix does have a full palace. His markets are being captured. This is what I mean. He's still floating 6,100, but he's going to lose. He's going to save it for now, I think. He is going to save it for now. Even just building a few more workers and dropping down a few more tunnels. Typically don't want to be floating that much when you're almost potentially about to lose the game. So, Karro's timer is very close to running out, because his supplies in the middle are almost ran out. Karro really good retargeting there, did stop the bike before it detonated. Really nice Tox Bomb. Palace forced to be sold, might get the kill. Black Mark is forced to be sold. I would have preferred to kill him because you could have vetted up your units and got the bounty from it, but instead he's forcing the sell. In which case the enemy's getting some money back. Needs to be careful of the Tox Bomb. I think there's... Oh, it's just out of range, actually. Sneak attack there was nice to deny. Or take the... distract the tunnel, rather. These markets are all going down there. Radix is still floating 4,500. It's got 2 arms dealers here. Command center going back up. And we're on the 40th minute. These 2 markets are forced to be sold. I think that's a real shame. I'm gonna stop going on about it eventually, but I think it's a real shame. I think he could have defended. He could have defended at least those 2, but he could have dropped down spent some money before and saved all of their markets. I felt he only had to hold on a little bit longer because Karro's market situation is awful. Of course, we're only the observer and we can see the situation, but you should be desperately trying to defend your markets, like, because now Radix is on no income basically. I don't think he's got any markets, is he? Market going down there for Karro. I think Radix might come out on top here just because the sheer amount of Scorps might beat the quads here. You want to take out the vetted ones first, and he is doing that. just take out what he can, and then he's gone back. Jarman is here as well to thin the army of Karro. Karro's making a terror attack, it looks like. Palace is going down again for Karro. Maybe that's why he didn't make markets, because he was out of a palace. Now he's realised he's probably got to go palace. That market may be a bit of a premature sell. I think Radix probably would have forgot about that. Bit of a waste of a demo rebel ambush. And the game is slowed down for now. Rebel here is providing a massive field of view, so we can see what's coming, but there is a sneak attack there as well. Sneak attack is now going to go down. It'd be nice if he gets to crush on that rebel, because that is providing a scout, and if he drops down like a market here or something, or a palace or whatever. More rebel captures coming in. That one needs to be stopped very, very fast. Yeah, Toxin Tractor is going in that general direction. Radix has got a hell of a load of Scorps now and no cash. Needs to be very careful here. His command center might get captured. Ooh, that's very, very close. And something has happened here. Is that a terror attack? That was the terror attack, I think. It's killed a few units, but not a building. And here that was a demo trap, and the sneak attack has been deployed. So I think the sneak attack set off the demo trap then, is that right? So we've got a massive Scorp battle versus quad. Sorry, Scorp army versus quad army. And these Scorps now are going to tear through these, because these quads have not escaped in time. Another capture is coming in though. These rebels are so annoying for Radix. It needs to run over these rebels. And all these quads are going to get denied though. There's a push here from Karro. Probably going to take out that tunnel, because most of the army for Radix is here. That market needs to be... Oh man. Oh man, no. He's gonna get the cash from that, because he's gonna get the sell on it. Instead of attacking like that, if you know your Scorp can't kill it in one shot, you should have tried to run it over instead. It would have been much more efficient. You could have saved another market. Bit of a mistake there from Radix. Is it a minor mistake? It's not a major mistake. But it's still a mistake in my opinion. Tox bomb. Not going to do that much damage. Kills a few workers, yeah, sure, but I mean the workers not collecting anymore. Scorpions now coming in and pushing back Karro's tunnels. Jarman is with this army as well, so going to take out the RPGs. So Karro is now on very little. He's got a hijacker out. He's got a tunnel full of stuff. That quad's going to go down unless it moves into the tunnel ASAP. The hijacker wants to take the super vetted one, which would be that one. Probably still 1,300. Jarman has sniped the hijacker that stole the Scorp. Quad wasted there. And I think Karro is desperately trying to save this command center. Maybe he's anticipating he's got a Tox bomb ready. He did use it last over here, I think, and maybe it is almost ready. He's desperately trying to save this command center. Does go down. Very unfortunate for Karro, and some of his one quad is going to get sniped as well. Karro is being forced right back. No command center. Sold his arms dealer now. Karro only has quads in there. I don't think he has AP ammo still. Barracks being dropped down on the bottom left, as well as the command center. Just a reminder, we're on the 45th minute. Well, according to 0 hour time anyway. The video timer might be slightly longer or less than that. I think those seconds are slower. I'm not sure. But yeah, we're massively into this game, and it's still... usually at this point in a GLA mirror, you expect like 1,000 markets and 1,000 units on the screen, but actually in this game is very, very much the opposite. There's more units than markets for sure. There's only one... Is there only one market? There's only one market on the whole map. This army for Radix is very, very good though. Very, very nice. Scorps and the Jarman. When your enemy doesn't really have all that much apart from a few quads, and I don't even think they've got AP ammo, as I said, so... Yeah, those corps could clear out a few more of these tunnels. There are some garrisons here, though, that are going to be a little bit annoying for him to deal with. Sneak attack here. He's going to try and deny the command center. It's going to lose maybe a few quads, though. Hijacker does get run over, and I think he's going to save all of his quads, actually. All of his quads, and Demo Rebel Ambush has cancelled the command center, and now Radix on $54. Karro's on 3,500, so he's dropping down another command center. Maybe this is why he's been storing up his cash the whole time, so he can actually afford to drop down a command center this late stage in the game. Oh no. Those Scorps are so powerful. The amount of veterancy they have. The rockets, they just do one shot. Oh no, I want to save his Jarman. Want to save the Jarman. Oh, is he going to save it in time? Very close. Oh no. Oh no, he's lost one of his best units on the field. He's lost it. The amount of hijackers coming in now. One Scorp has been taken. Second Scorp, third Scorp has been taken. Quad is coming out to fight this battle as well. I'm not sure whose Scorp is who. I think Radix is still going to come out on top. He's still got the sheer number of Scorps. He's still got 3 very vetted up ones. 2 heroic, 1 elite, I think it's called. Command center there. It's almost built now for Karro. And this game is going to come right down to the wire. But remember, Radix is in 0 income apart from the bounty and the units that he kills. We've got 4 Scorps here. He's going to try and take out the command center. The command center, as soon as that's built, I'm pretty sure that things like the stealth GPS scramble. Oh, he's stopped it on 99%. The Tox bomb's got to be nearly ready. This is really unfortunate for Karro. Karro's going to send a worker there, and I think he's going to finish it now. But yeah, the Tox bomb, more importantly, is going to be dropped. Should be dropped right here, and should save his command center. But the command center is getting awfully low. The Scorps might just hang around long enough to kill it, but will the Scorps lose their life in return? He's going to have to run away. He's going to lose at least 2 have gone down so far. The Rebel Ambush annoyingly has respawned for Radix. He's lost 2 Scorps, but the command center is very low. Maybe he can come in, just pot shot it with the rockets and then run away. I think he would be able to do that and survive, because he just survived then on low HP. All he has to do is come in, a couple of hits, and then go away. Rebel over here, still a massive scout. Rebels here, also a massive scout. This quad is running around. Karro's on no units inside of his tunnel. Does have this 1 quad. Radix still on several quads, it looks like. Another sneak attack deployed somewhere, and that's right here. Command center is going to go down. But Radix's command center is under threat as well, because there's rebels again, as well as that quad. But I think the Scorp should be able to defend it. Very weird and unique 0-hour game, that's 100% for sure. Captures coming in all round. Tox bomb is going to be dropped off right on top of his command center. We'll stop it for now, but he needs to save his arms dealer. No reaction for saving the arms dealer at all. The reaction might be too slow. He might have to sell that now. It is a fully vetted up unit, and he does go for the run over this time rather than the rocket. Very smart. And the only unit for Karro is now dead. Karro now has 3 buildings, 1 hijacker, 1 worker, 1 rebel. There's the worker. 4 tunnels there in the middle. He's got his sneak attack there. Both players are on the bare bones units. They literally do not have much else. There's $800 wasting there. It's been sat there for a long time. Demo Rebel Ambush has killed 1 bunker. Not sure how worth it that is. Maybe would have saved that in case, unless he knows that Karro has no units. Maybe he does know that Karro has no units. Can see a lot of the map. He doesn't have any radar though, because his radar van did get picked off a hell of a long time ago. But that tunnel there needs cancelling. It's an extra unit that you can build. That may be the difference between winning and losing. I don't know why this has got like these triangles here. It's like that. Is there mountains? There must be mountains there. Game has slowed down a hell of a lot. Still a hijacker hanging around here. Ever since the beginning of the game, almost an hour ago, the hijackers have been roaming the streets of this little village, city, town, whatever you want to call it. And it does look very different to the beginning of the map. Sorry, the beginning of the game, actually, doesn't it? Look how many buildings have just been completely cleared and then built over, so the even the remains have just been cleared from the map. Karro's building a command center now in the top left. He's had to have sold something, sure. I know he's got the market, hasn't he? So market being built in the very top left. Can Radix see that? No, he can't. The game has slowed down to rock bottom now. Radix is going to roam around with... Oh, he has got a radar van. Must have built that. Didn't know he had any cash, but apparently he does. Nice little army there. He's pressed Control and F, which puts your units in formation. If you're wondering how that is happening, all the units moving at the same speed. They move the same speed as the slowest unit, in which case it will be the RPGs. Radix is probably going to have good success at clearing out these tunnels. He might lose one or two of his tanks to hijackers, unless they can fire the rockets at the hijackers sooner. But look at these units: 3 Vet 3 Scorps. These tunnels are going to go down so fast. And because of this radar van, the hijackers, yeah, they're going to have a very hard time getting close to these Scorps. Only when... This is why I don't use the formation thing, because you get units like that just wander off for no reason. Oh, actually, it's because that one's not in formation. But yeah, you can't control units. For example, if they're all in formation, you click on one and try and move it somewhere. Sometimes it bugs out and doesn't go exactly where you want it to. And Karro's probably going to lose his only market. Rebels and a Toxin Tractor trying to defend against this. Not sure how successful that's going to be. This is sneak attack galore. Sneak attack versus sneak attack. More bounty coming in for Radix. Needs to be careful of this bunker though, because that bunker is quite capable of destroying at least 1 or 2 of these Scorps, so needs to be very careful. Toxin Tractor would be nice for Radix.
A warrior has fallen.
Karro is collecting some cash because he's got the market collecting $20 every few seconds, but also he's just getting a load of bounty from killing all those RPGs. And Radix now only on a few RPGs. It's got a few units inside of here. The question is, will he be able to pick off this block market without losing any quads? Scorps. Looks like he is. Oh no. Oh, you see that 130. But losing the black market, killing the black market is worth it for that one Scorp, I think. Yeah, I'll say it definitely is. At this point in the game, because that's Karro's only income, you've killed 100% of his income for 1 unit. So I still think that's worth it, but it is a shame that he lost 1. This tunnel here is finally built. Does he need that at this point? I don't know. Will it be the last few units that made the difference? Oh, Rebel Ambush, and that is now cleared out. I don't know what happened to all of them units inside of there. Oh, they've all gone inside of here, so... So yeah, he chose to save them rather than keep them inside of there. Maybe that's a smart decision, a very smart decision actually, because the Toxin Tractor could have just cleared them out. Rebel Ambush could have just cleared them out, combined with the Scorps. So saving them all like this is a good idea. He has just stealth loaded stuff as well. So we've got a command center and a tunnel and a stealthed worker with a sneak attack and a barracks versus Radix, who's got 2 tunnels, a tunnel down here, so it's 3 tunnels, sneak attack, command center, arms dealer, a load of sneak attacks, a few tunnels that maybe he could be selling. Maybe he could be selling them and making more units. Does he need to? That's the question. If the Tox Bomb comes in now and kills a load of these, combined with the RPGs that I think are still inside of there, maybe Karro can hold on. Sneak attack has been deployed somewhere. I think that's that one. Maybe he's going to try and kill that command center, but more importantly, though, he needs to... Oh, look at this formation, how it's screwing him over. See, they wouldn't be moving so slowly if it wasn't in formation. Luckily, he still won the engagement there and saved the unit from being taken over. Command center is going to be slowly picked off here. The only worker for Karro is going to die. Sneak attack here for Radix now, and the only barracks for Karro is going to die. So we've got command center and a tunnel versus a command center tunnel arms dealer. Well, they're the only units that matter anyway. Command center is going to be captured, but the Scorp is going to come in time. I think that's going to be able to save it in time. It is going to be awfully close though, and Radix must be sweating at least a little bit. But yeah, maybe the rebels and the capture is the thing that's going to help him. I don't know if Radix has realized about the corner of this map. I don't think he has. So the 0-hour timer is about to go over 1 hour. I'm interested to see if that puts the video over an hour though, because yeah, that 0-hour timer doesn't match real life seconds, I don't think. I think it depends on how fast the game is played, and I think anyway, I'm not sure. You'll know better than me because you're watching the video right now. So potentially Radix is going to lose his... Where is the CC? Good question. The CC is tucked right in the left-hand side of the map. The only place you haven't checked. The capture might actually come in here, because that rebel is going to be awfully hard to kill. One of these Scorps is going to get captured. No radar van. Where's the radar van? It does stop it for the time being. That Scorp is going to escape, it looks like. And Karro now has a unit. Karro now has a Scorp, a really important Scorp as well. Is highly vetted. Karro could have already lost this game, because if Radix had just gone to the corner and spotted this with the radar van, which he could have easily, he could have won. Radar van, no, doesn't want to lose the radar van. Oh no, he's losing valuable units. He's only got a few Scorps left now. This is one of 2 Scorps. These rebels are so annoying. And the crush does come in. It's going to be another capture coming in 1 second though. And this is the weirdest GLA mirror, or the most unique GLA mirror I've probably ever seen. Hijacker coming in again, and he's going to capture this Scorpion this time. Oh, these Scorps from Radix have been completely obliterated. Memorable ambush. I don't know if that could have been used better or not, because this command center wasn't going down anytime soon, because all the rebels have been cleared up. But I suppose we can see the map. He can't see the map. He doesn't know if another capture is about to come in, and he needed that garrison gone. Be nice if that still had some HP for Karro, because he could go inside of there now and do the same strategy. Tox bomb is coming in though, and the command center is not going to be able to heal now. Oh no, the only remaining tank for Radix is going to go down now. These units are stealths, this is annoying to deal with. Are they going to pop out the RPGs now and finish off that tank, getting awfully close? I think Radix is going to lose. Don't tell me Radix is going to lose this. He's got Rebel Ambush that's on a 2.5 minute cooldown, something like that. He's got a Tox Bomb that's not, even if he uses it, it's not going to use anything. I don't think he's going to be able to save the command center. I think the command center is going down. And Radix hasn't got enough to build another one. So command center versus command center. If Radix loses that, there's no way he can win the game. because he doesn't have enough cash to build any units. I cannot see any way he's going to be able to find that and kill it. So pretty sure Radix has lost. Command Center about to go down, but the sneak attack here, right outside the arms dealer, and Radix is lost. And you could say, is it down to luck that he just didn't check that corner? Is it down to experience? He should have checked the corner. It's the only place he hasn't checked. Radix's last remaining building now. And this is, I feel, the end for Radix. This is the remaining... the sad, sad end for Radix. Well, what an epic GLA mirror. One of the best games of all time. Like I told you in the beginning, very, very highly rated replay. Look at the cash collected, almost identical, based on it being an hour and free in 0 hour time. So absolutely epic game. I think there was various mistakes throughout that. One of the biggest being Radix losing his own, his whole army to, I think, his own Tox bomb at one point. Plus a couple of other mistakes. Remember right at the beginning I said about that demo bike that could have killed like 3 or 4 buggies in the beginning. Well, just think how close that came down to the wire in the end, just like literally the last few units. If the little mistakes like that throughout the game hadn't been made, would the ending have turned out differently? I probably would argue yes, it probably would turn out a little bit different. And is it just down to luck? Let me know what you think, that Radix didn't check that top left hand corner for the command center. If he did, would he have won, or would Karro still have been able to hold on? Either way, regardless of the tiny mistakes that I'm kind of nitpicking on and whatever, what an absolutely epic game, and one of the reasons why it's the most one of the most highly rated replays in 0 hour of all time. Never mind of recent replays or the replays from 10 plus years ago. This is one of the actually this replay might even be 10 plus years ago. I don't know. But yeah, absolutely epic game. GG, well played to both players, but especially to Karro. I did feel his opening was a little bit weird, Karro, and I think he wasn't taking it too seriously. Maybe I'm wrong, but some of the top level players, like I say, Karro is definitely one of the best players in the world. Often beating Size and GLA mirrors, and Size, as you know, is a really, really top level player in any army, but his GLA mirrors are like virtually unstoppable sometimes, I feel. But Karro often beats Size and GLA mirrors. So I think just because he's probably going up against Radix, who he probably considers a little bit of a weaker player than Size, well, actually definitely a weaker player than Size. Maybe not this performance that Radix put up in this game, but maybe Karro's build order in the beginning was a little bit weak. Maybe you think the build order he used in the beginning wasn't that weak, but I personally think no arms dealer was just a little bit weak. And also when Karro made no units in his tunnels and just invested everything into markets and then lost all of his markets, I thought that was a bit of a mistake. Could Radix have held on to the bottom right of the map and held on to those markets a little bit better instead of floating $7,700 or whatever it was? But at the same time, would it have turned out to be such an epic game if those markets had been saved? So loads and loads of questions. Everything's always a what if. But at the end of the day, due to all them reasons that we just talked about, all them different things that went on through this game, is the reason that it turned out to be such an epic replay and one of the best of all time. So yeah, GG, hopefully you enjoyed my commentary on it. I know it's no replay and some other people have casted it, but hopefully you enjoyed my analysis of it. So GG, see you next time.
If I say that